Hey yo, it's your boy No Eyes back at it again with some not for broadcast. Also, hi, Pi Dad. What did? It's been a while, bruh. That's why I'm calling you. Also, I'm very confused. This should be the last episode or last stream of this game. Not spoiled, but I was looking through the other incidents and other broadcasts that we've done before to see if what choices mattered and stuff like that. And then I saw that there's like only one broadcast left, so whatever the next broadcast it would be our last apparently. So I learned that, oh my god, we're ending soon. So soon. I'm not ready to end this, but tomorrow will be us replaying Nier from the beginning. But yeah, I'm not sure how long this will take. I'm not sure how long our last broadcast will be. But we'll see how it ends. I can almost taste the freedom. I can break free from school. Oh, your school is ending now. Nice. Congrats. Congrats on your near 2 months of break until school begins again.
Cannot believe you, Ellen.
Are you saying that Advance have cured death?
Yeah, pretty much. This is the end of this stream.
We're still vassals, slaves, we're just in prettier cages. Oh, Megan.
We can give you like a, like a summary of what's happened.
I'm Megan Wolf.
Exam and graduations was left. Nice. But yeah, basically, we were actually just a janitor in this news station, but then the person who was handling the news or the broadcast room or whatever, suddenly was just like, I'm done with this shit, I'm up and at him, right? And he gave us tips on how to do the live broadcast, whatever, so we can do it in his stead. And then eventually that led us to being hired by the actual news station to be the live broadcast person, right? So that happened. We have a new government handling whatever called Advance, and they were like, eat the rich, right? And distributed, basically took wealth from the filthy rich and then redistributed it to everyone else, which kinda is, I mean, it's kinda bad for the rich but kinda good for the poor people, because basically poor is what's this, what is it called, poverty is all but eliminated, I think is the term they use in this country, which is great in sense, but extreme equality is never helpful. Anything extreme is not helpful to anybody. So that also, they also open transition centers and stuff like that. There was a lot of issues. Transition centers, basically where you send off your like elderly for them to die peacefully, right? If you think like, hey, this old person was like lived long enough, man, they have nothing left to live for, you can just send them to the transition center. They will care, provide for them until eventually the time for them to die, I guess. That's what a transition center is. So that was like kind of fierce, but I think it's okay. To be honest, I think the option being there is fine. But we've also learned that there were like a lot of people who were sent to transition centers which is, I'm sure like there's plenty of people there who were like, who chose that option, actually chose to like transition. But I'm sure there's also a lot of people who didn't like, who just couldn't afford like taking care of their elderly anymore, or was just fed up with their like elderly and just sent them to transition. You know, as you know, choice it's always like that. You know, if you give people the choice, there are some people who would abuse it and some people who just can't, right? But I think it's important for people to have that choice, for the option to be even there. I think that's always right. Even though the topic itself is controversial, I think the option should be there. They eventually opened it to people with disabilities or illnesses, which is, I also thought of that. I was wondering if they also provided that service for people like that, which they apparently and eventually did end up doing. And apparently, again, same as the old people situation, a lot of people wanted to transition. It was a thing. But yeah, anyways, there was a lot of stuff that was bad with this government. I think there's benefits to it. Again, like the poverty being eliminated because everyone's kind of equal now. It's like great. Also in this government, we got male contraceptives. Basically, also people like advertising that, hey, not having children is great, right? So we're kind of like losing population now, kind of bad. But yeah, there's a lot of problems. But anyways, we also have the other group, the like the group against the government kind of thing, called Disrupt. And I don't really like them either, but I think what they were fighting for is right. It's right to tell the government that they're doing some stuff wrong. I think that's great. I'm not really with them. I'm not really with Advance either. But yeah, so stuff happened. They were like setting fires. I think they were not meant to like cause any harm at all, because they were setting fires to building when it's night, when people aren't there anymore. But apparently there's like one area, I guess, I'm not sure if it was just an accident, but apparently a hospital or whatever medical facility was set on fire as well, and a lot of people died, so that's not great. There was also kind of like a war that happened. Oh yeah, and also Advance basically nuked 4 major cities because they think disrupt operations are like in those cities, or like being held in those cities or whatever, and that eventually caused a lot of innocent people to die, like our daughter who was in vacation in one of those cities. So that was a thing that happened. But yeah, I mean, from what I'm saying, it feels like Advance is really bad. I mean, yeah, they did a lot of things that are bad, but they were always held with good intentions. Again, extremes are always bad. Moderation is key. Both of these teams, Disrupt and Advance, are on the opposite side of extremes, which will make it so bad, make it feel bad. Oh yeah, also Jeremy, the first boy, our first newsboy, right? The newsboy got fed up with the government, as we know and as we can tell from his sections in the news and stuff. he was also getting slowly replaced by Megan. Because I assume that's because the government favors Megan more, since Jeremy is kind of like against them. Not really against, but shows disdain, or like shows like you can tell that Jeremy isn't exactly happy about what the government was doing in the beginning. So I think that's why he was slowly being replaced by Megan, until eventually he held the room hostage and asked us to play a Disrupt video in which we discovered that Disrupt's leader is actually Alan James. Which sucks, but yeah. And then he went on a rant about the government, which I think was like, my boy, Jeremy! You know? And then he was, I assume, was trying to like shoot himself. But we cut to the ads because I didn't want to see my boy die. We learned that he was arrested later on. And then even later on, he was arrested, right? He was arrested. Megan replaced him in the news completely. Eventually, when the war happened or whatever, we cooperated with Disrupt. Actually, we cooperated a lot with Disrupt with the coup that happened. Is that right? The revolution or whatever. But I think Disrupt kind of lost. I'm not sure if lost is the word, but they didn't kind of win. But we did learn that Jeremy escaped. I assume Disrupt got him out of the jail, and they're somewhere there still planning. But we're like a few years in this advanced advanced term, and we learned that the kids of this generation actually really love Advance, which makes sense because they also have this thing called like, I don't know, people have started adopting children instead, which I guess helps a lot because, you know, and as Megan's adopted daughter said, if Advance weren't here, they would still be poor and whatever. But since advanced terms happened again with the equality in distribution and whatsoever, orphan children like them finally have the opportunity to actually live proper lives and stuff like that. Again, I understand. I understand they were always for good intentions. Again, I did say this already, but extremes are never the way. But we can understand the goods and the bads that Maeve gave us. Same with Disrupt. We know the bad and the good ones, the good stuff they did for the people. So anyways, we're nearing the end. I think we've done so far. We've done good so far. I think I'm okay with the choices I've made with my family. Our boss actually really likes us. I didn't. Yeah, because we were interviewed by the Advance whatever about the incident. Again, I helped Disrupt for one broadcast, and we were interviewed about that because the war happened, right? They were kind of suspecting us as a part of Disrupt. Interesting plot, yet so confusing with a lot of groups. Yeah, you would have to watch it. The VOD is on YouTube. There's a lot of things happening, very political. I don't know about political in real life, but I can follow this fictional politics. But yeah, again, I thought our boss hated us, kinda hated us, but no, apparently our boss really like us because we were under suspicion of being with Disrupt at the time. But our boss was actually interviewing us with an Advance sent to like look after the interview. and he was asking me questions about weird stuff that happened in the broadcast because we were helping disrupt at the time because I thought it was the right thing to do, right? I'm not for disrupt, but I thought I was kind of doing a balancing act with advance and disrupt, so I sided with advance just so they could, like, you know, at times I would side with advance if I think they're right, or like just to balance things out because I don't want them to get really mad at me and lose my job, right? And with disrupt, I side with them when I think their side is right, and as at the same time I don't want them to lose power. I don't want advance to like be more powerful than disrupt, so I kind of balance them again. So that's what I've been doing, right? So I've been doing that. So I'm not really with disrupt, but in this particular broadcast they were interviewing me about, I was heavily siding with disrupt because I think it was an important move. The revolution was an important move, so I helped them, which casted suspicion on me, and again they were interviewing me about that, but it was my boss that was interviewing me, and he was kind of like helping me out, so I was like, oh my god, he's helping me out. I guess our boss really liked us, and he talked to me about it, actually like saying, hey, you know, I did what I can, but you know, you should lay low or whatever and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, Bossman, you actually like me. So that was nice. So I'm learning, and our family is actually very supportive of us. We have Chris, who was mad at us in the beginning because we didn't help him with the passport, but he eventually came through, and eventually I guess it was, you know, we helped our daughter go abroad and see the world, but she got nuked, bro, by the government, bro. Government nuked our daughter, man. But anyways, we were eventually after that, I guess Chris understands that we are having a hard time. If he was probably understood that if he was outside the country as well, he would have been probably one of the people who were gone, who were also dead then. So I guess he came around, so he was doing good. I'm actually glad that our wife and our child, Charlie, is also on our side. Doesn't seem to be against us, and I'm happy about that. It seems like we have a lot of relationships that we kept, and I'm like, oh my god, that's so nice to know, because I really thought like Bossman would be mad at us. I mean, Charlie, we haven't really done much with Charlie. We did refuse him to go, like, we did refuse for him to like go to the government camp, whatever thingy, whatever that was. I thought he would be mad at that, but seems like he isn't, and things are okay. Also, that was a long ass intro of me just explaining what I remember about this plot, but again, we only have one broadcast left, so I thought that was important to discuss. But yeah, so I'm happy as to where we've gotten. I do not regret any of my decisions, or at least most of them. I kind of regret panicking and putting the disrupt video at the wrong time. On that war broadcast, but whatever, I played it anyway, so you know. Important question though, did Ant get paid before you got hired? Before I got hired, I am not sure actually. To be honest, I am not sure if they paid me during that first one. But we got the job! That's all that matters. But yeah. Anyways, we're gonna end this thing. Let's see the ending together. Let's go.
And have confidence that the team
I'm gonna increase the volume in a bit, because I know that menu screen is really loud. Day 1907. Okay, alright. Oh my god. another like 4 months. 4 months have gone by. 3 months have gone by? 3 months. Like 3 months. 3 months seems right. Alright. We have manageable debt. Cool. Alright. Day 2079. An upons come. You once again find yourself sitting inside Boseman's office. Everything is pristine and orderly, just how the fastidious man likes it. Though it's rare for him to be late. The door opens behind you, just as you start to imagine reasons why. Ah, Alex. Thank you for waiting. It's almost been 6 years since you started working with us, Alex. A lot has happened in that time, from the unfortunate incident with Mr. Donaldson, that's Jeremy, to disrupt attack on this very building, that's us helping disrupt. He pauses to look at you. You meet his gaze. And in that time, you've done some good work. Not to mention, I've heard some good things around the office as well. So I'm happy to inform you that I've approved a small raise in your recognition. Oh my god, we got a raise! Thank you, Boseman! Boseman is smiling at you now. Thank you, sir. Not at all, you've earned it. But that's not an excuse to rest on your laurels. I'm sure you've work to be getting back to. And with that, he returns to some papers on his desk, clearly considering you dismissed. You head back to your studio, bring in your stuff. It's nice to get some recognition. That's nice. I love Boseman. You know, I thought we would be bad, but hey, we got a raise, bruh. Yeah. Oh my god, it's been like almost another year. A foregone conclusion. It's late. It's been snowing all day, and unlike everybody else, you've stayed inside as much as possible, keeping warm. Normally, you enjoy the snow, but today it's been nothing more than an irritant. What is happening? Which house is this? Where are we? Still, tomorrow, you got the day off and might actually be able to enjoy it. Sam always gets excited when they see the snow. When they were younger, they'd always wrap the kids up and take them out to play in it. It's been a while since that's happened though, because they're older and our daughter is dead. The new place still doesn't feel quite as cozy, especially as you can't afford to put the heating on. Oh, I remember! Something about us not being able to I remember why we're here now. Sam got laid off of work because she was a teacher, a nursery teacher or something like that. Teacher for kids, right? And she got laid off because there's not a lot of demand for teachers anymore for younger students. That's because, again, our population is getting lower and there's not much children to teach anymore, I guess. So she lost her job, and because of that, apparently we couldn't afford rent anymore, even though I have okay amount of money. So we moved out. Some bustles in from the cold, carrying some groceries. I could use a hand, please. Lots of stairs from here to the car. Their arms are full and they're clearly struggling to get everything to the kitchen. But then you have been at work all day and they've spent most of it at home as usual. Oh, sorry, of course, I'll be right there. As you rush over to help them with their bags, Sam shoots you a grateful smile. I got most of it. There's just a couple more left downstairs. You head out, getting most of the way to the lift before you remember it's out of order. When you grab the bags, you realize Sam has picked up everything to make fajitas. Your fajitas? Fajitas. I said that wrong, the first one. Fajitas. Your favorite. Clearly, it's not all that bad. You forget the weather and the unpaid bills as you cook in your delightfully tiny kitchen, laughing together like you used to. For the first time since moving in, you think as Sam flicks flour across the table at you, you're making happy memories again. Money isn't everything. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I love it. I like that we actually kept all the relationships we needed, you know, in terms of our family, co-workers, and stuff like that. Like, hey, everything's good. I mean, everything wasn't bad, is what I mean. there may be bad times in this whole years of us working here. You know, stuff happens, but we're doing okay. We're healing, right? Money isn't everything. How many years is this exactly? It said 6 years. Alright. Day 2340, a time for reflection. It's been over 13 years since your dad died. You visited his grave a few times since then. Normally during times of stress, or when you're trying to figure something out, or when you just want some peace and quiet. Today is no different. Okay. You feel Sam's hand on your shoulder, giving you a reassuring squeeze. You're grateful that they're still there with you, still here with you. That's nice. It's nice that we kept our relationship with Sam. I love it. I like it. Just having them by your side always seems to make things easier. The caw of a raven catches your attention as it flies away. Charlie was only 8 when his grandfather died. He didn't really appreciate how big the loss was at the time, but as he got older, you did your best to pass on what your dad taught you. But now he's all grown up, he's actually starting to teach you. Which is strange, but in the nicest way. That's nice. Our relationship with our child, Charlie, is good. You're proud of the man he's now become. Susie, poor Susie. What you wouldn't give to have her back, even just to argue with you. She just wanted to explore the world, so curious, so full of life. Until Liberation Night, everything changed then. So many lives destroyed. Oh yeah, I really hate the fact that they named this day Liberation Night. Just tell them that you nuked 4 cities, bruh. Saying Liberation Night, it feels like you're like, what is it called? It feels like they're saying, hey, nothing bad happened in this day. No, you nuked 4 cities and killed every innocent people that might have been there just because you think. We haven't got the clarification. I'm sure there is people in there. I'm sure there's Disrupt members in there. But just because there are people there gathering to fight against you, you nuked the whole city. Damn, whole 4 cities. So many lives destroyed. And they call it Liberation Night. Liberation, as if like they're doing this for good. I mean, sure, but bruh. Your relationship with Chris has always been a bit up and down, but as of late, you seem to actually be getting along. That's nice, that's nice. It makes a nice change and has certainly made life easier with Sam. But that's family, you've got to take the good with the bad. She may be an albeit expensive. She may be in an albeit expensive care home now, but it's still comforting to know that your mother is still around. Oh yeah, we always had a choice to send our mother to the transition center, but since we've always had enough money to like keep her, we decided to do that. Because it seems like our mother is still conscious by that, or they're still able to think for themselves, that I wanted them to choose, right? Because apparently our mother herself was like kinda thinking twice about whether she wants to go to a transition center or not. Maybe she actually wants to live. So I thought, hey, if she's able to recognize the need for a transition center and also able to hesitate about it, I thought it was not my choice to send her there. So if she's capable of thinking about it still, thinking of what she wants to do, I want her to make the choice as long as we can afford it. So I chose to like let her live. I was going to say let her live. That seems bad, but I chose to keep her alive, basically. Alright, be right back. You're just gonna get food? Alright, no worries. Yeah. You could do with what now? Even if she barely recognized you anymore, her presence is always reassuring. You could do with that now. You turn away and wander in the direction of the car. You can't control life, what happens, who lives and who dies. All you can do is keep going and see what gets thrown at you next. What is life if not a series of little decisions that defines us, and we'll never know which ones would take us one way and which would bring us here. Alright. Almost a year, another year has passed by. The finale. Alright, we got there. Day 2602. 7 years since the election. 7 years.
Alex, good evening. That time again. Best not to focus on the problems and all that. Let's just get started. But just so you know, the problems with your equipment continue unabated. Locked buttons, screens flickering on and off, sparks and the like. I'm sure you'll manage without issue. Oh, and don't forget, you've got free reign of the SFX buttons now. Make sure to use them to keep the show lively. Cheers.
Cheers, Bozeman. Oh, this is nice. This is a better screen than before. We've improved in some way.
Apparently, it's mainly jigsaws and arson. At midnight, it's the full territorial weather fertility.
What have you got me?
And that's followed
Nothing,
at 12:20 by the Glenfinnan of
No, come on, seriously. Not even a cake.
I'm sorry, no.
Professional performance of the new
Okay.
territorial
No worries.
anthem to bring tonight's programming.
How old are you then, Cole? Okay, here we go. Big smiles.
I've actually gained a year. I celebrated 44 last year, but it's actually this year. Brilliant.
You're 44.
I'm going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening and welcome.
Spice it up with some audience responses, Alex.
I'm Megan and I'm joined as always by the inimitable Robin and Patrick. How are we?
Well, we have got so much going on tonight. I'm excited.
I'd say I'm about a 12, Megan.
On the excitement scale,
Yeah, exactly. We have got so much SoCo stuff coming up.
We sure do. We have celebrity chef Jordan Brinkley who will be cooking up a storm.
We'll be announcing the winners of our big competition, Visions of the Future.
and we'll be joined by a very special guest for a game of Wheel of Truth.
Oh,
And
no.
We'll even be showing you how to make your own Leaders' Day gifts. We've got all of that and so much more tonight on The Nightly Show.
With SFX, less is more, Alex.
Oh my god. There's a broadcast disrupt broadcast.
We are all these types because we are human. We will look for the truth, and unlike this channel, we will show it to you. You will hear some frightening things about this.
It's the
government.
intro, so I
They are
thought
chilling.
it would be
They are
okay to
true.
show this.
We have the evidence. Understand this.
We're not like
is
watching
something
anything
wrong.
important right now. Okay.
Right, let's have some applause on the way into the next section.
Faces by Chef Jordan Rankley. But first, we know you love them, so Robin's going to give us an update on our lovely Nightly Show pets in Pet Corner.
Fine, suit yourself.
Well, Megan, first up we have our hamster, Lord Cheeks. Now, he's a squat winter grey with the scientific name Adipem stultus, and he lives here with us in this cage. Hamsters love hoarding, and they actually have special pouches in their cheeks for storing food. He loves carrots, apples, and chewing tobacco. Now, hamsters are nocturnal, so we'll do our best not to wake him up. But let's just see if we can.
Is he dead?
Well, the door has been left open.
Oh, he escaped.
It looks as though Lord Cheeks has actually gone for a little wander, but I'm sure he will be around here somewhere. In the meantime, let's say hello to our tortoise. Now, after last month's viewer vote, he is now, of course, called Slow Barbara. And don't panic, even though it is December, Babs here doesn't actually hibernate. Let's say hello. Oh, she's sleeping. Oh, Babs. Oh. Oh.
Oh, it's dead.
Those are our Nightly Show pets, Megan, both alive and well. Back to you.
Are you taking the piss now?
We'll check in on them, or some very similar animals, at the same time tomorrow. Now then, I hope you're hungry, because if not, you're about to be. Patrick Bannon is with Chef Jordan.
Patrick
Rankley,
Bannon?
and
Oh,
they're
the
going to
new
be showing
Patrick
us
Bannon.
something
Oh yeah, Patrick
delicious
Bannon was
apple pie.
replaced with
Time to
Patrick
go.
Bannon.
Into the kitchen. That's right, and I'm joined here by Chef Jordan Rankley. Welcome
Jordan
to
Rankley.
the Nightly Show kitchen. How does it compare to the kitchens you're used to?
I love the colours. It's vibrant. It's fresh. It's fun about all the arseholes. Yes?
Sorry?
What?
So, you own 6 restaurants, you've been awarded 9 Ballon Massifs across your career, and you've worked alongside the best chefs in the world. Tonight you've got me. Oh, are you worried?
Am I fucking worried? Are you worried? Are you fucking worried?
Yes. So, what are we making today, Chef?
So, we've got a family over for Leaders' Day. They're hungry. We're going to make them a delicious apple pie.
Ooh, lovely.
It's got sweetness, it's got the acidity of the fruit, and then you get the richness of that pastry. Incredible.
Wow, okay, so where do we start?
So we're going to start by making our filling. So we've got about 1 kilogram of fresh cooking apples here. Fucking beautiful. And we're going to slice these up perfectly. And then straight into the pan.
Your new show, Demon Kitchen Heart Eater, starts on Friday here on Channel 1. So, tell us about that.
So, teams of young chefs come into my kitchen, and one by one I destroy them emotionally. And if there's time, I teach them some basic knife skills. Fuck me, Patrick. What are you doing?
What?
Shit. Is that how you cut? Fuck, you'll lose a fucking finger.
Oh, don't worry, I've got spares. Right, so, once
Okay.
we've done that, we set these aside whilst we make the pastry. Yeah?
Yep. Oh. Yeah? Okay. Sugar, butter. We mix that together, and then a whole egg.
Okay, egg.
What are you doing, you fucking donkey? Are your brains the size of that fucking egg?
Oh, no, Chef.
No. Shit. Right. Mix that with a wooden spoon and work in that flour, okay? Work that into a nice ball of dough, just like that.
So, what does the notoriously fierce Jordan Rankley do to our
What is she
lives?
doing?
Shit, Bez. What's that?
How far?
What is that?
Well, it's a bit lumpy.
Lumpy? It could fucking pass for a sack of spuds. Touch that. Touch it. Yeah? Pathetic. That goes into chill. Now, we're mixing our filling.
Okay.
Apples, sugar, cinnamon.
So, you own 6 restaurants across 5 territories. Which is your favourite?
Are you mixing that or fucking it?
What?
Are you going to light a candle? Take it out to dinner? Fucking mix it for fuck's sake. Right, now we're rolling out 2/3 of our pastry. Bit of flour into the dish.
Okay.
The filling goes next, right?
Absolutely right. Oh, lovely. Then we're taking the remaining pastry, rolling that into a round, and that goes on the top. Beautiful.
Lovely. Okay.
Right. Brush a bit of water around the rim. Beautiful. Now press gently all the way around. And we're cutting 5 slashes very carefully for the steam. And then brushing the whole thing with a beaten egg.
Lovely. Okay. Egg.
What the fuck's happening, bro?
Ta-da! What do you think?
I don't know how pies look, but that looks disgusting, bro.
That's a disgrace. I'd rather jam my eyeballs up my fucking arse than look at that. I'd rather use my tongue to tie my shoes after the fucking shit-kicking contest. Do you understand?
Then it goes in the oven for 45 minutes.
Oh, put your fucking head in the oven while you're at it. Useless. You! Come here, you! You're the worst fucking thing to happen to food since cyanide. Do you know that? I tell you what. Fuck off! Get the fuck out of here! Fuck off!
Okay, well, while I do that, let's go now to Megan and Robin, who will be announcing the winners of our competition. Visions of the Future.
I think you might be using those sound effects a little too much there.
Oh,
Well,
sorry.
that looks delicious.
I didn't know.
At home, then make sure you write in with a stamped, addressed envelope, and we'll send you the fact sheet. So, Robin, look at all these amazing entries to the Vision of the Future competition.
Yes, we challenged you to show us your predictions of the future, and we were just inundated with entries, weren't we, Megan? From wacky inventions to global problem solving, they are all amazing, and we had the best time looking through each one.
It was so tough narrowing it all down, so we have some amazing runners-up. In third place, drum roll please, we have Hamish, who's 3 from Lunwelly. He calls this Still Life and the Future of God, and it really blew us away. Just look at the line work here, and I can really feel every passionate stroke
Wow,
of the brush.
that looks like
Here, you'll see
an
a
actual
beautiful
good
rendering
abstract
of what I
art.
thought at first was a smiley face or perhaps a cat. But I think if you really look, you'll see it's actually a representation of the seeming futility of death through the eyes of the living.
Oh, wow. A 3-year-old drew that.
Interesting. If you know Hamish and his work, of course, he loves focusing on the negative space rather than the image itself.
Stunning, absolutely stunning, and such talent from one so young, Megan. But next up, we have our second place entry. So in second, drum roll please, we have Keith, 41
Whoa.
from Dungleys.
Sheesh, that's a
He
good
was
art.
sort of aiming this towards our younger viewers, but still, he has sent in his idea of the future, which he's calling Ravaged Earth.
Indeed, he says in his really rather detailed notes, deprived of basic resources, society will resort to a brutal system of weekly battles to the death, where only the victor may breed. He also says at the bottom here, either that or about the same, but maybe a bit worse.
I really love his attention to detail. You can see the sort of gladiatorial arena, and then what I can only assume is Keith himself pulling off this chap's head and shouting, "Come back to me, Linda!" Oh, Keith. Maybe if you spent more time outdoors and less time entering children's competitions, she might not have left.
Special one there. And finally, of course, it's time to reveal our winner. All our runners-up will receive a day out at an inflatable Happy Land on an industrial estate just off the A40. Sorry about that, Keith. But our lucky winner will win the chance to spend the day at the Department of Change to see how our teammates are actually making the new future a reality every day. And the winner is, drum roll please.
I didn't like him much. I thought his Man of the People act was just that, an act. But in the 6 years since he's been gone, I started to wonder if he was the only thing keeping the brakes on the team. And I'm wondering if Julia Salisbury realises that when she reflects on his passing. Or worse, that she knew all along. Because then, of course, it's not reflection.
Stars getting involved in the party, aren't they? This one seems to have gone a bit haywire in what I can only assume is an ominous sign of things to come.
That's a pretty good art.
Well, if our winners have inspired you to make some artwork of your own, do keep sending them in, and yours could be displayed in our gallery here.
Well done again to everyone who took part. We're going to take a break now, but when we come back, we'll be playing Wheel of Truth and making some lovely homemade gifts. Don't go away. We'll be back after this.
Right. From what I can tell, the vision mix is getting even worse for wear, Alex. I expect things will be more challenging in this next segment.
Oh
Be careful.
no.
Don't take any unnecessary risks. Not like what we're putting out actually matters anymore.
Oh really? Oh, it's gotten that bad.
As we head towards Leaders' Day later in the week, there's a 100% chance of festivity, as we saw 42 births today.
42 births today!
4% fertility. Dwarfed, however, by a massive 9% fertility rate here in Territory 2, who saw an unbelievable
191 births!
births.
We're getting
Though a nasty
the
cold
people
snap
back!
brings bitter winds overnight, so not all sunshine and rainbows. No rainbows in sight over Territories 3 and 4, as a Category 2 storm warning means we advise our residents to spend their Leaders' Weekend indoors. Though we're sure the happy parents of the 12 new children in Territory 3 will be thanking their lucky stars for an excuse to stay home. Though, of course, nothing to do with stars, more of a hot air, cold air thing. Next, this
When
front
does
of warm
advanced
smiles
term
heads across Territory
end?
5, who are still under a blanket of snow.
We're being stretched again.
Surely there'll be celebratory snowmen there tonight, as they also hit
a
an
revolution,
impressive fertility peak
Well,
of
can you ask them to
23.
keep it down a bit?
Jenny, where's Glyn? Can we get him out here? I'm not sure about this grandma one.
Oh, he's writing with our other guest at the moment.
I just wouldn't say grandma.
Grandmother?
Yes, grandmother's arsehole. That's much better.
Why is she back here?
Sarah just needs a word.
Apparently there's been some sort of disturbance near the studio. Now, I'm
Huh.
sure it's nothing to worry about, but I wanted to let you know that I've
Disturbance?
asked for extra security, and they're already on their way.
Thanks, Sarah. Okay, 10 seconds, so positions and pose.
Okay, this time you've said it.
Laughing, and we're going in 5, 4, 3.
Don't forget the SFX buttons.
For the nightly show. I'm sorry, we were just saying we can't wait to taste Patrick's pie.
Oh, I don't know. I think I could wait.
Well, here it is, fresh out the oven.
Well, it does look amazing. Jordan,
Oh boy. That
Let's just say that pie's got more crust than my grandmother's arsehole.
Well, thank you for that. Well, come on, try it. Dig in. Yeah. Okay. Whew.
oh my God. Oh, Lord.
And a little glass of comfort for Robert, I think.
But now you better go and get ready for
okay,
that
cool.
Every night we play a game of Wheel of Truth with our celebrity guests. But I know what you're thinking. Megan, we've only got one celeb guest. Well observed, viewers, well observed. Well then, I'd better bring her out.
One for the State of the Nation.
What do you think?
And one for me.
All right,
Lawyer and
all right,
thinker.
bossman.
I mean, she's only the blooming team leader. It's Julia Salisbury.
Prime Minister Julia Salisbury.
Oh, welcome, Julia. Oh, so good to see you.
Oh, Megan, you look incredible.
Stop it. I was just about to say the same thing. Now, don't get too comfortable. It's time to head over to Robin and Patrick as we play Wheel of Truth.
A bit more audience reaction would be nice, Alex.
That's right, it's that part of the show where we pit our celebs against each other
Ooh.
to see if we can break them.
That's right, Robin. They're gonna spin the wheel to pick a round.
Who's this?
And it could be anything from box of flies to
Is
They
that
really have no
Rankley?
So up first we have Jordan. Let's give it a spin.
No, that's Jordan. Jordan Rankley. Never mind. Who's the other one? Is that?
Okay, let's see what you've landed on. Okay, it's fact or fib. Jordan, is it true that you've been known to order takeaway for a dinner party and pass it off as your own cooking?
It's one fucking time. One time.
Well, I think if that pie was anything to go by, you did them a favour.
Oh, not so fast there, Julia. Fact or fib? We heard you've got a very interesting way of saving time during the laundry.
Oh my God!
Go on, why don't you tell us about it?
Hey, I'm doing all the reactions here.
Once, we fought and died for the right to an informed choice. We had journalists we could trust, so we made decisions for the common good. Then we took it for granted.
Oh, apparently Julia Salisbury only has one
So
bra,
eat your sandwiches
and
and enjoy your time
she
while you can.
washes it once a week.
No! Honestly, raise my taxes. We're clearly not paying you enough.
Come to my dressing room after the show. We'll sort you out.
Are you blushing, Patrick? Is all this talk of bras embarrassing you?
I mean, I'm not blushing.
So she is Patrick. Okay, the new Patrick
Come on
Bannon.
then, you, Julia. Spin the bloody wheel.
Let's do it.
Okay, here we go. Oh, it's Guess That Face. I'm going to show you a picture and you simply have to guess that face. Okay, you ready? Here we go. Julia. Oh, who's that?
Oh my God!
Is that you?
Yes! Look, it was a very difficult time fashion-wise.
don't. I think it's sweet.
The mullet is as popular now as it's ever been.
Oh, well, don't get too ahead of
Oh,
yourself.
she has a mullet?
there.
I can't really see it that well.
Who?
Oh.
Is this? Does that look familiar at all?
Oh, wow! Well, I'm glad that I was getting fashion advice from someone who managed to make 7 look like 85.
Just what the doctor ordered.
See, I look like I'm haunting the fucking place.
Right. We've got to move on. Jordan, let's have another spin.
Okay, here we go.
Alright.
It's my go, Dad. You go. Go on. Sorry, I'm so keen. Let's go so much.
Oh, well, you're in for a treat.
Yeah.
It's fact or fish.
Fact or fish?
Okay, if you look under your podiums, you will find a lovely fish smoothie.
Oh,
now,
no.
I'm going to ask you both a question, and all you have to do is answer it honestly, or else you'll have to drink the smoothie. Okay?
Okay.
Are you ready for the question? Yes. Here we go.
Okay.
Which of your esteemed hosts is the more talented one? Oh, what a cop out.
Wow.
Okay.
How is it? How is it?
We made it extra fishy.
I need my fucking mouth. Do you know how much these taste buds are worth?
Well, we've got time for one more quick spin, so go, Julia, go! Okay, so, Julia, take a look in that box under your desk there.
There's a rat. What happened? We're just gonna laugh, my dudes.
I think Lord Cheeks is trying to get in on the game. Oh, bless him.
Julia, what have you got in that box? It's not cheese, is it?
Another one, Mr. Bozeman. Don't mind if I do, Mr. Bozeman.
Bozeman's just getting wrecked, man.
Well, give it a go for us.
But I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing.
Come on. Do it.
Is she gonna juggle?
Do it.
Oh, wow! Wow!
You're doing it.
He's doing it, bruh! Oh my god, I don't even know how to juggle.
So impressive, I have to say, unexpected. Well, gosh, that was our game of Wheel of Truth, and my god, wasn't that fun?
Okay.
That hit the spot.
But now it's
Hi,
time to
Bozeman.
head over to Megan in Crafty Corner.
With SFX, less is more, Alex.
That's right, you join me in Crafty Corner, where today I'm going to be ably assisted by Julia. Come on over here. Goodness me, I don't know how you're keeping your dinner down. I can still smell that fish.
Well, to be honest, I've had worse. I used to eat at Edith Lemon's house.
Oh, well, I hope you've got your artsy hat on, because today we're going to be making something very close to my heart. It's our little studio. Look at that. Isn't it adorable? Oh, all of us there on the sofa.
Wow. Oh, it's gorgeous. Oh, is that all you in there?
Yeah, it is. If we can just get a little zoom in, there we are. Oh, I don't know about you, Julia, but I always leave my holiday shopping to the last minute.
Oh, every year. I do it every year.
Well, luckily these make amazing gifts. Shall we get cracking?
Oh, well, not much left in the bottle.
Start.
Pity not to.
Box here. And Julia, that's it. Grab those scissors. I just want you to get rid of this front panel here.
Perfect. Will do.
Are you big celebrators in your house, Julia?
Oh, yes. No, in my house, we show our love through food, like big dinners, loads of drink.
Absolutely right. That's the best bit about any holiday. It's all that food.
This bit as well.
Absolutely right. Cutting along the line there. Do be careful with the scissors at home. Make sure you're being supervised if you are a child. There we go. Fabulous.
There we go.
Okay, so it's going to look a little something like this, and I've got one here I made earlier. We painted it with a bit of poster paint, white to match our lovely curtains here in the studio, but you can obviously have whichever backdrop you like.
Like a nice shiny gold number.
Well, exactly right. So we're going to make bits of our set now to put in the studio, perhaps a little desk. So I'm just going to grab this piece of card. I just got it from a little cereal box packet. I think I'll give you this one, Julia. Shall I?
Thank you
There
so
go.
much.
And all you need to do is cut along the lines there. Fabulous. So what's the best part of any Leaders' Day dinner, do you reckon?
I don't even have to think about it. Really? I love the 3 potato pie.
Free potato pie? I don't know that one.
You know, with the chips covered in the mash or wrapped up in a jacket potato. Is that just me that does that?
I don't know, but that sounds starchy. Well done, Julia. So now she's folding over a little bit there. What it's going to look like at the end is this little rectangular shape there. And we're going to pop it in the middle, a bit of sticky tape on the back there so it sticks down. Now we need a sofa. That's what we need next. We're going to make that out of a lovely paper cup.
Knocking everything over.
Knocking it all over.
I got one though, Megan.
Good, fantastic. Along the line here, down the middle.
I feel like
exactly right. Then when
our
you've done
president
that,
could
around the
do
bottom,
something else
again,
than go
around
in
the
a
top.
show like this.
Well done. When you're done,
oh, there we go.
It's going to look a little something like this. And look what I've done there. I've stuck some felt down. Nice and comfortable sofas.
Yes, can't have our tiny Megan having an uncomfortable sofa, can
Well,
we?
absolutely not.
She'll be on the phone to her tiny agent and getting someone tiny fired.
Yeah. Well, there's only one thing missing, isn't there, Julia? What is that?
A higher caliber of guests.
Nearly. It's people. So all we've done to make our little people is we've stuck a cocktail stick into a bottle cap. We just need a face for that now. I've got a good one here. I know it well. It's me.
Lovely.
I'm going to stick it down there. A little bit of sticky tape. Oh, my felt's going everywhere. There we go. Oh, I'm a bit lonely. Let's take Robin and Patrick over. Sitting down on the couch over there.
There you go. And well, I'll make myself just comfortable just there. Yeah, there we go.
And these, of course, are all
Lovely.
made and cut out of our favourite newspapers or magazines, so you can have any guests you like. Julia, is there anyone else you'd like in a studio?
Oh, yes. Well, I'm going to be playing Wheel of Truth with Ronnie from Heatrash.
Nice.
Yes, but
Okay.
yes, he's going to be teaching me choreography, and I'll be teaching him foreign policy.
And of course, you can decorate them however you want. Perhaps you're a bit, I don't know, nostalgic for the old look of our studio. We've got the blue studio down there, or even a bit of retro red. I've got Sheila quick.
Oh, is Jeremy there? I hope so.
Sorry, that's not supposed to be.
Oh no.
Oh, bloody hell, is this still on?
It's time for a break. When we come back, I'll be on the couch of
Jeremy
chats
was
talking to
there.
some of you, and I just cannot wait. We'll be back after these messages.
Why do we bother, Alex? What's the point? It's not like this is even close to
What
journalism
happened?
anymore.
I guess I just.
How did I let it get this far?
You did remember. You're coming with me.
What happened?
Should we be worried? We've got the Prime Minister here. It's good that she's here. She's the reason for the extra security.
Not
Are we going to need it? Possibly. They're back. It's not very reassuring. I know. Good thing I'm not your mum, right?
After much pacing,
There's something
and I
happening
confess,
outside the
a few
studio.
tears. I settled on the zip-back, boxy-pleated skater skirt in dark blue with white sweetheart blouse and the necklace.
Are we
Harry
gonna
had
see
given me
Jeremy back?
when we'd met in the woods
The
and
boy?
I allowed him to frolic in my glades.
It's an honest account of my childhood, because in the new future, there's no need for secrets.
There was just so much injustice in the world, I realized, as Portia Hamilton Mann lured my best friend into the convertible her daddy had bought her for Easter. How had I failed to predict the perils of being the poorest postgrad at
Both at the same time, Colin?
Over the course of 3 compact discs
that
or
is not
just
a thing.
22 cassette tapes,
Oh, yeah, Katorsh doesn't run
you
my
can
family.
experience a
Sponsors
childhood under
huge
the old
circuses and
regime.
casinos.
And, like me, understand why we can never go back.
Everybody okay in here?
Yeah.
Yeah, we would be if you stopped asking us questions like that. We're expecting troublemakers, but nothing serious. You might hear some noises, but it's nothing to be concerned about. The services know what they're doing. So.
Alright, something serious is happening outside.
That's okay. Show must go on and all that. Tits and tea.
In the form of a dashing,
God, sorry.
young, up-and-coming television presenter named
Thank you, Jenny. Tits and teeth, armed and ready.
10 seconds, everybody. Best in the business, she is.
In 5, 4, 3.
Well, welcome back to the nightly show where it's time for the Prime Minister to face the toughest critics in the territories. You lot out there. Call us on the usual numbers with your questions for the Prime Minister.
First up, we have Humphrey from Hamble Bamblebury.
Lovely place. I'm hoping to retire there.
Oh, good choice.
Are you there, Humphrey? Are you there, Humphrey?
Hello, Humphrey. Hello, Humphrey.
We appear to have lost Humphrey. We'll try and get him back, but let's go to another call in the meantime. Who have we got next, Patrick?
Next up, we've got Mandy from Arsminster. Oh, I don't think I'll be retiring there.
Hi, Mandy. You're through to the Prime Minister. What's your question? You're through to the Prime Minister.
Hello? Mandy?
Oh no, what's happening?
What's going on, Jenny?
We try not to talk to the crew.
Jenny?
The lines are down.
Oh, well, call down to maintenance and get...
We can't. All the lines are down.
Alright, there's a problem in the studio.
Well, apologies to our viewers at home. We seem to have a few technical gremlins making mischief behind the scenes. So while we're getting back up and running, Patrick has a couple of questions that were sent in by our viewers earlier this week.
I do?
It's your letters.
Oh, yes. Yes, no, of course I do. Well, our first question is from Patricia, who lives on Camera Avenue. And
Yeah?
what she really wants
What
to
does
know...
Patricia want to know?
Lock the door!
Don't!
Lock the fucking
Listen to the CCO! Seal the doors! You're Jenny, aren't you? Come here. Don't be afraid, Jenny. We're not here to hurt you. We're not here to hurt anyone if we don't have to.
All right,
I want you to
Jeremy!
do is to keep
Is
the show
Jeremy
on the
back?
air. Do you understand? Just do your job and everything will be all right, okay?
Don't be afraid, Jenny.
You two, on your knees over there. Move! So, this is the famous couch of chat, eh?
I
Good.
don't answer questions at gunpoint, Mr. James.
Oh. You're not at gunpoint, Prime Minister. They are.
Oh, please don't kill me, please. Nevertheless, if you think I'm going to answer to you, then I'm
Oh,
afraid
you don't have to answer to me, Julia. Are the doors locked and sealed?
Yes, sir. No one's getting in or out.
Good. Good. All clear.
Good. Thank you. Yes, good.
Jeremy? Jeremy! It's the boy! Oh my god, you look like you've aged, man. What happened to you, my boy? You look like... Who's the man? I forgot who's the dude. The dude from Death Stranding. He kind of gives the same vibe. Aww. It's the man! It's the boy! He's back!
Why didn't you make contact?
We've only put you in their crosshairs. I'm sorry.
You're a rotten, selfish bastard.
Yes. Keep the show going.
Oh, Jeremy! Jeremy.
Let them go, Alan. There'll be no killing tonight.
Alright, Jeremy, if Jeremy is the leader of Disrupt, I am all in on Disrupt, my boy.
I'm Patrick Bannon.
Is that what you're telling yourself, is it?
Yeah, what's your name, actually? It's not Patrick Bannon. We know she's not
Sorry
Patrick
for barging
Bannon.
in. Hate what you've done with the place.
Me too. Would you like your spot?
It's yours now. You wear it well.
Aww.
So, let's talk, shall we?
Okay.
Armed security are on their way, Mr. Donaldson. I know you know that.
Well, we'd best make use of the time we have then, eh?
Well, I'll leave you
Let's
to it
go,
then.
Jeremy!
I think you should stay too.
For safety.
For balance.
For balance. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Because they are the leaders of each of their groups.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
Let's go!
Let's welcome back the
It's
National
my
Wine
boy!
Team. Tonight I'm joined by probably the two most influential people in the country, if not the continent. So let's see if we can't kick over a few rocks and see what's lurking underneath. Prime Minister, if I could turn to you first.
I have nothing to hide.
Except that which is already hidden. Prime Minister, what is Norethindron?
I beg your pardon?
Norethindrone. It's used in birth control, among other things. If you haven't heard of that, perhaps you could enlighten us in regards to Agrobacterium tumefaciens.
Oh. Something's happening. They have something in the
Absolutely no
drugs.
idea what you're talking about, Mr. Donaldson.
Well, that suggests a lack of attention to detail, Prime Minister. It's a bacterium used in the genetic modification of an organism. And I found traces of both these substances in every single one of the menu centre food boxes that I've had analysed, from across the territories, if you're wondering.
What exactly are you suggesting?
I'm not suggesting anything, Prime Minister. I'm just pointing out the facts.
Oh my god. Is that why Kate and I can't have...
So you blamed it on the radioactive clouds from your bombs?
Before Stacy, we tried so many times.
Kate?
Prime Minister, is there something wrong with the food?
Ooh. So that's why people can't have children.
You want the truth? You think it'll help your viewers sleep at night? Well, here it is. 6 years ago, when we came to power, we got access to the real facts and figures. And they told us we were doomed. The population was expanding at an unsustainable rate. Within 50 years, we would be out of natural resources. We would war over fuel, and then inevitably food and clean water. It was no exaggeration to say that we were facing extinction. It was supposed to be opt-out contraception, an end to unwanted children, a chance to rebalance, but something went wrong in the testing phase. Nature took over. I never wanted this.
So you covered it up and blamed the sterility on the bombs.
Oh, please don't lecture me on morality, Mr. James. Your hands are far too dirty for that.
Disrupt only did what had to be done.
Disrupt are not the answer. You'll just take us to an even more extreme version of where we were before. Your miserable policies will kill us all.
I'm not the one who built the transition centres.
No, you're from a time where people didn't even have the basic right to choose how and when to die.
You turned children against their parents.
We enabled young people to speak up about the abuse that they were facing. And guess what? Most of that abuse came from within their own families.
Identity cards!
Oh, grow up!
Sterilised us against our will.
Yep.
I built
You can't do anything about it.
sustainable future.
That's too much. That's not for you to choose.
Well, if not me, then who?
For the
Choose
people.
it for themselves.
There are
And isn't
people
that
who
the
would
heart
choose
of all
it.
this? You don't trust us to choose. You think you know best?
Yep.
You know what's good for us. And if we disagree with you, then you'll send us to betterment. That's why there's no news anymore, because there's no choice. So there's no point.
There should be elections.
Yep.
Elections have been suspended.
Time to unsuspend
Oh,
them
they
then.
suspended
If you want to
election,
carry on,
that's why.
you'll need a mandate. We have people ready to stand
She's
against you in
basically
every
a
territory.
this is basically a dictatorship, man.
So, let's turn to you, Mr. James.
Yes.
Okay.
I want to assure the public that though Disrupt are occasionally forced to violent means, we are not by nature a violent
Jenny?
organisation.
Okay.
Yes, Jeremy?
Could you have this queued up for us, please?
Of course, Jeremy. It'd be a pleasure.
Is that from Disrupt leadership?
In a way. Mr. James, before you launch into your rather premature election campaign, I think it'd be useful for the viewers at home if you were to also answer a question or two.
Of course. When we come to power, one of the first things we'll do is restore a free press. The truth is very important. No more hidden secrets.
If you say so. From whom do you take your orders, by the way?
I beg your pardon?
Well, you're Disrupt's spokesman, but for whom do you speak?
You know I can't tell you. It's too dangerous for me to say.
Don't worry. I don't share those concerns. You see, I've met with them.
Oh!
Almost 5 years ago now, back when I was a news anchor. And I also met with them a week ago to discuss tonight's activity. I think they wanted to check that I'd stick to the script, which really shows how little they know me. So this time, I wore a hidden camera. Would you like to see a little of what we discussed?
No, you can't. She'll have them arrested. They'll be dead by morning.
Not an unfair assessment.
Fortunately, it's not up to me. It's up to Alex. in the broadcast. What screen, Jenny?
Screen 4.
No, you can't. My people will stop you. Cut the power to your machines.
Well, I would imagine
I'll
mine will be doing
say-
their level
I'll
best
do
to
whatever
ensure
you
that
want
Mr.
me to
Donaldson's
do,
footage
Jeremy.
gets the airing it deserves. After all, my security forces will be here soon, and I imagine this will end very badly for all of you.
Queued up and ready.
Thank you, Jenny. Alex, showing this will have consequences. For someone not showing it, it's up to you.
Okay.
Alex, you got us this far. Please don't fall at the last hurdle.
Oh no, glad I'm not making this choice.
All our good work,
I'm gonna show it.
all the years of disrupting. You could make it all for nothing. Please, don't play that footage.
And you're absolutely certain in your research?
It's unpalatable but true. Advance are covertly sterilising the population.
Why don't you just release this through your normal channels?
Mr. James is surprisingly efficient rabble-rouser.
Oh, it's
the
the
peasants
tree.
respond to his more earthy qualities. But you, Mr. Donaldson, are a face.
That's
they
Peter Clement,
trust.
right?
We did not risk our
No, it's
operatives'
not.
lives to rescue you out of altruism.
And afterwards? Once all this is out in the open?
We anticipate considerable unrest, possibly riots.
Followed, of course, in the restoration of democratic elections, under our control, of course.
Nature abhors a vacuum. You, Mr. Donaldson, will create that vacuum, and we should be there to fill it.
That will take considerable resources. From what I understand, Advance took your wealth.
The visible billions, yes.
Some markets still prosper.
There will always be addicts.
And those with carnal desires for livestock of all ages. A lucrative business indeed.
And then there are the foreign powers, outside the territories. Those who fear to follow the fate of my glorious Erkistan. For them, no price is too high.
Folks like us are always well-resourced. You need have no concern about that. We have the required funds to fight and to win.
And once the fight is done, to make sure this aberrance is never seen again. A return to the natural order of things. The wheat rises to the top and the chaff is burned away. No more living side by side with ill-educated savages. Let the plebs pile up in the ghettos.
Yeah.
Strict order, an end to ungodly acts. Everyone back in their place.
Including our Mr. James. It amazes me how he cannot hear the Damoclean sword as it dangles above his head.
No, he was an ignorant bull. He sees only the red cape in front of him, never the hidden blade.
And so it is with the low orders. They are lost in this new world.
They will gladly walk back to Old One, and they will be ours again, as it should be.
Rather.
Excellent.
You set me up.
No, Alan, you did that to yourself.
Now do you understand what you're doing?
Do you understand why we have to?
Pathetic. Neither of you recognises your own reflection.
How long, Jenny?
For long, I imagine. For any of you.
Security are outside. They've been here for 5 minutes, but they're not doing anything. Turns out there's a lot of them who wanted children. We're already a few minutes over, Megan, but with ratings like this, Bozeman's no fool.
Do you want to take us out?
It should be you.
It should be both of us.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
Before we go tonight,
one final thought.
There's so much to digest here. What's happened tonight in this political circus?
The tent is collapsing and the ringmasters have lost their glitter.
There will be elections. Soon, I'd imagine. You'll be able to choose.
I hope so.
These two will run. A choice between a shit sandwich and a cold cup of soup. A circus of horrors.
Two extremes, both offering their own form of misery.
You can choose Advance and be equal.
In cages, like performing lions.
Or disrupt and be free.
To struggle.
Or choose a new person.
Or you can do something different. You can run. You can stand. You can stop promoting the way things are and change it.
You're good people, and you are sensible people. You know the difference between right and wrong.
So stop whinging and do something. Take responsibility, because if you don't, it'll all be left to these clowns.
And that's the worst circus of all.
My name's Jeremy Dawson.
Let's go!
I'm Megan Wolf.
Have a transformative night.
And then make tomorrow better. And we're out.
You're done. This program, this channel, all
No,
of you.
Julia, not them. We're done. They got us both.
Your security team say they'll escort you when you're ready. We can call you a taxi, Alan.
Where would I go?
Wherever you want.
Am I under arrest?
I think you know you've made that impossible, Mr. Donaldson.
Let's go.
My bosses won't be pleased with you.
Jeremy!
Child sex traffickers and wannabe dictators are the natural enemies of the reporter.
Let's go, the original team.
We'll do it together.
Yes. And then we'll burn this set.
Let's go. Lawrence Vanderglash remains beloved in the nation and hated in the industry. Cool. Jesus is still seeking funding to get to the moon. He is also needing scientists and engineers. Alright. Lil C's career has moved from strength to strength. She has recently released a line of scented candles and a sex tape. Okay. Is that her? The Fellation Nelson became the world's most successful orgy house, beating even the famed Bjerkhoff in Svenslang's Following a succession of groundbreaking sculptures and low-budget art house movies, obviously they did not attend this award ceremony. Overcoming a lifetime of persecution, Eric Justin went to become the leading figure in the increasingly militant change activist movement. Okay. Jeremy Donaldson, Paul Baverstock. I don't know, man. Oh, I can't read all this. That's a lot of people. But oh my god! Congrats to us! We finally finished it! Oh my god. There's a lot of people. I'm glad they put it like that, though, the credits. Heard Chris, quiet Chris, disco Chris. Despite her death, Helena Canterbury Bochu continues to work. She recently won a Best Actor award for her role as a mafia boss paperweight. Cool. Look, oh, that camera crew. Sound production assistant. Let's go. Choreographer. Sheesh. Oh, I can't read all this. It's a lot. But oh my god, thank you so much for everyone who worked on this. It was amazing. Pleasure Corp upward seems acceptable. There's only one luxury cruise disaster, and even then almost half. Okay. Teleton cast. Oh yeah, we haven't done the Teleton actually. Maybe we should have. Crazy Neil lives in the capital with his 9th and 10th wives. He now sells mostly indulgences. Oh no! Crazy Neil fell off, bruh. The Bear Song. Russian voice cast. Damn. Chinese voice cast. Let's go! Look at the musicians. Picturesque town of St. Bumley on the Thames continues to thrive. The whole was recently named the area of outstanding natural beauty. Alright, Oh!
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolfe. Our main stories tonight.
The votes are in, and it's a decisive win for Accord. The new centralist party snatched victory from under the noses of the mainstream parties.
Incoming Prime Minister Fatima Chowdhury called Accord's win proof that the major parties had lost the trust of the nation and signalled the end of extremist politics.
Neither Advance nor Disrupt, who failed to garner even 10% of the vote between them, have released a statement.
Later, we'll be looking in detail at the election results across the nation before Jeremy brings us a report on the recent unrest in Valdez.
That's all coming up on tonight's
National Nightly News. Let's go! Epilogue Room? You've unlocked and reached an accord. Oh, you have found one of 14 epilogues. Ooh, interesting. Oh, alright. We have plenty of time because it's just 1 hour, and I want to see how we reach this. What we did to reach this ending. There's 14 endings? I wanna see the endings. I'm not gonna read the other ones. Not gonna read the other ones, but I wanna see an accord. Alright, Jeremy Donaldson returns to the national nightly news team as a new centrist party. Accord comes into power. Jeremy Donaldson must not die. Okay, Alan's James must not die, and Jeremy Donaldson's tape must be played during the finale. Oh, so I assume there's a choice where we don't show it. I assume. Wait, I'm trying to look for the one that is not played. Oh, there's plenty of ones that not played. Interesting, okay. Alright, I wanna see this. Okay. Oh, the endings actually have stuff like the Lawrence Blunder Clutch and stuff like that. Alright, do not broadcast Lawrence Blunder Clutch losing it in the studio during day 1. Really? Alright. Jesus. Oh. Censor none of the lyrics requested by Advance during Jesus' performance. Okay. Jesus is taking some time away from the spotlight on the musical journey of self-discovery at his parents' house. Censor all of, okay. Alright, broadcast none of disrupts interference during Lil C's clothing line reveal on day. Okay. That's what we did, alright, apparently. Broadcast disrupts interference, and then Lil C's new album, Beyond My Age, has flopped. Her father seems indifferent to the result. Craglar is unhappy. Okay. What's this? Sophia Remington. Oh, we don't have this. Low-hanging balls have become this year's must-have genitalia at the Capitol's Fashion Week. Sophia Remington did not seem surprised, apparently. That's also a thing that could happen. Alright, this one. Following her resignation, Sophia Remington moved to the eastern subcontinent, where she is now head of a much-respected tribe. Super herpes remains rampant. Okay. Felicia, we got this. Alright, Baldilocks ensured Sophia Remington's lifetime appointment at the head of Remington's Biz. She is currently on target to be Empress of known and unknown universe before she turns 35. There's a lot of things with Sophia Remington. The Church of Flard is the dominant religion in 22% of the world. This seems inevitable and acceptable to all. If I like the Flards on all the broadcasts, that would happen. Okay. Following the humiliating public failure of the Flard Festival, several financial inaccuracies came to light. Sophia Remington is currently awaiting trial. Okay. Sophia Remington and Remington's Biz PLC now own more than a quarter of the world's wealth. Big Stinky has become a tourist attraction for the less squeamish. One day it will explode and kill us all. Alright, Junior Employment Opportunity Scheme is now offered in 131 countries. Barry Nails is now the CEO for the Northern region. That abounds. Junior Employment Opportunity Scheme was quietly retired. Sir Hardnut Pooh-Face Dogfart the Mighty was recently involved in an expenses scandal. Sophia Remington remained in the Malvian embassy for 6.5 years. She has yet to face trial or bother to learn Malvian. There's a lot of... Oh! Sophia Remington could die? There's so much things for Dante's Tame Science. Oh wow, they could die too. Oh wow, that's a lot of things. Oh wow, it's like a cult in there. Johnny Hamsleeves. Oh, Johnny could have a baby with Tiffany, apparently. Or Tiffany could be divorced and become arrested. Or Johnny could die. Oh no. Or he could make a book. Or he could be the Reverend. Or he could be a lot of things. Hi Lucy! It's been a while. We ended. We finished the game. A lot of things are raw. Crazy Nia. Credit song. Oh, interesting. Okay, according to Not Games, every ending is considered canon and are all completely valid choices. As such, there are no plans for the game to receive a chronological sequel. Aw, but it's been great! They should make a new one. But we got there. I'm not gonna get all the endings for this game. It's a lot. But I'm happy with what we got. We got basically like a middle ground, you know? Wait, but there's a middle ground, so I want to know what the middle ground is actually about. So hey, I was able to watch an anime this week and didn't think like, wow. Pre-election for coalition government. What does that mean? Anyway, I'm happy with what we got. We basically got people have the choice to vote again, and the people have chosen a new party. Hopefully they do not make the same mistakes with extremists. Again, they did say that they didn't want the extremist government. I just saw it on YouTube Reels. What anime did you watch? Oh, Raeliana! Of course. I love Raeliana. Or the manhwa version. The anime is okay. The anime is okay. Raeliana. Raeliana, is that how you say it? No, it's not too. I like that one. It's one of the top ones I get. The manhwas, what's this? Isekai manhwas that I really like. Top 2 would be Raeliana and Who Made Me a Princess. What a coincidence, because I just bought a physical copy of the first book of Raeliana. I will try and get the second copy, but I'm not sure. I like the visuals. You know, I really like the manhwa. It's simple. The art style, the art style is really great actually. I think it's pretty simple. That's why it works in anime form as well. Because I think the anime style isn't far off from the manhwa. So it's good. I think a lot of people were complaining that the mood of the anime. I also watched it just a little bit. I haven't finished. I think I got up to episode 6, I think. I think a lot of people were complaining about the anime not being comedic or not having the same comedic tone as the manhwa. Because in the manhwa, it feels more funny when things happen. I think it's still very, very loyal to the manhwa actually. Not much, not as at least from what I can tell, not a lot has been cut. Okay, at least from what I can tell, I don't think anything's been cut. But the delivery of the scene and how they made it doesn't seem funny for some reason, and that's why it's kinda when you're watching it. So it doesn't seem like comedic at all. There's a little comedy in the anime, but I was expecting more. Yeah, I mean, the scenes like where she's complaining about stuff, right, in her head, seems more funny when you're reading it in manga than for some reason in the anime. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that it's still technically the same. The dialogues are still in the anime, just doesn't seem as funny as when you're reading it. So I would I probably tell you to read it as well after finishing it. Yeah, you read the manhwa. Because there's also this scene that I was going to it's not much of a spoiler, and it's not like an important scene, to be fair, so I guess they didn't have to put it. But there's this scene on the I'm not sure what episode it is, but remember when Noah visited after Raeliana had a hangover? She basically vomited in front of Noah. Well, it's not like it was seen in the manhwa either. It's just bleh, right? There's just that. And that's why they didn't talk that day. Because in the anime, it just seems like, hey, Noah visited with flowers in hand and they just didn't talk, basically. Yeah, it's not in the anime. So it's like weird. For some reason, I'm like, bro, why did the bro just visited and nothing happened? in the manhwa, there's a reason. It's because she basically puked in front of Noah, and Noah was like, "Oh, it seems like you're not feeling well. I'll visit another time." Basically, that's what's happening. I think 10 episodes ata. Oh, really? Just 10? I saw that Hika has been there. I don't know what's his name in anime. I'm not sure. The priest dude. Grandpa. Grandfather. I am not sure what his name is. Heika Demint. That's how they translated it. Okay, cool. I just remembered it being Hika or something in the manhwa, so as you know, I'm not really sure. But yeah, they had that. But there was also scenes, I guess, also at least on the spoilers for anyone who hasn't watched and is interested in watching Raeliana. But there's like quite a few scenes that, again, it just doesn't seem funny in the anime for some reason. But I would tell you it's funnier in the manhwa, even though it's the same. I switched to this first because Lucifer is too long to watch. What is Lucifer? Like, Lucifer, the real people show? Or is Lucifer something else? But yeah, I like the manhwa. The manhwa I definitely recommend. The one in Netflix. Ah, yeah. So the show, the real person show with the detective. With the detective. With the detective. Now I'm gonna open my Netflix. Wait a moment. It is the real people show. I didn't know there was a detective in that one, but cool. But yeah, so if you're still interested in like, I guess it's a different one. Who Made Me a Princess is also pretty good manhwa. It's a different one because it's a daddy-daughter relationship one. So not like Raeliana where it's actually focused on her romance. I guess romance with Noah. Who Made Me a Princess is focused on trying to survive while your daddy is a tyrant. Cool. There's also one more I'm wearing. Waiting to Happy Marriage. Oh, that one. It seems pretty. It seems really pretty. I also read that one before. I have nothing much else to say. It's a shoujo romance. It's nice. It's nice. There's no update in the manga. What is it, like 3 volumes? 2 volumes? I think I read most. I'm not sure where it is at, but I did reread it recently, so I should be kind of updated. Girl's Nightmare. Oh yeah, that's true. Well, I should get some again. The novel is very popular, apparently. I heard. But I'm not sure. But yeah. Oh yeah, speaking about Raeliana, that was such a coincidence because I bought the book version of the comics, the webtoon, the manhwa, because there's an official English physical book out, and I ordered it, and I was going to pay for it, but then I logged in my PayPal account, and apparently I couldn't send money because they limited my account again, and I had to deal with that. And I was like, hey, my account is limited, excuse me. And then I messaged them. What a coincidence. Yeah, I messaged them about it. And they were like, oh yes, because there was an issue with your account since January 10. Please go to this go to the resolution center to resolve whatever problem there is. And I'm like, hey, I went to the resolution center. It says I have no open cases, 0 open cases and 0 closed cases, which means I have no cases at all. And they're like, oh, well, sorry to hear about that. Please send this files, you know, ID, whatever, you know, proof of address, stuff like that, whatever, to this link. And I'm like, I click the link, and the link just sent me to PayPal again. And they're like, and I'm like, bruh, your link doesn't work, bruh. And I couldn't pay for it. So I was like thinking of like actually messaging you in the chat, being like, hey, I am like missing like 300 pesos right now, and I really need to pay for this manga. Can I borrow? Can I borrow some Gcash money? I was going to be like that earlier, but then I was like, wait, no, I can just message May. So I messaged May instead. What a coincidence. I was going to do that earlier. And May was like, yeah, here you go, 300. And I'm like, cool, thanks. But yeah. Oh yeah, I just got a notif that PayPal messaged me. So maybe I can resolve this now. Alright. Alright, let me just see the documents I have. Hopefully it doesn't show up on the... doesn't show up on the stream. Alright. Let me resolve this for a bit before we talk. Also, I guess technically this is the end of the gameplay. Fucking hell. How do I... There we go. So I can just say bye to the record, the VOD. Because I'm recording this as well. Because, you know, again, as you know, I upload this. If you missed any stream and you want to see what the previous stream was about, I upload the VODs. As long as it's like a playthrough VOD, a playthrough stream, like for this game, I don't upload Genshin streams because Genshin is Genshin, you know? nothing important there. You don't need to know whatever happens in the previous whatever. But for playthroughs like this, like for not for broadcast, Nier, Phoenix Wright, whatever, I upload it on the YouTube, so just go check that out. I'm very happy with how this game ended. Cool. Very happy with how this game ended. I'm happy that we're like clearly in the middle, but we're also making changes. That is exactly what I wanted. I'm happy to see our boy back, and I'm happy to see that, you know, he's the protagonist of this story, okay? It's clearly Jeremy Donaldson, you know? He's our boy, he's the man. But anyway, I'm really happy about that. I pretty much said most of the things I needed to say in the beginning of this stream, summarizing what happened so far. The last broadcast didn't really leave anything much to say, but hey, it confirmed whatever, like, what feelings we had with Advance and Disrupt, because Jeremy is clearly on our side, the people side, which matters, you know. So anyways, I hope you VOD peeps enjoyed that. Whatever, we're gonna keep the stream going, but we're gonna talk about whatever stuff since we have time. But anyways, thanks for watching, VOD people, and see you on our next game playthrough, whatever, because it's probably Nier, Astra playing Nier. But anyway,